Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Paula B Energy and your Energy Tarot reading for the month of July 2025. I'm so glad that you're here. I'd like to take the moment to just do a quick little prayer to ask our guides and spirits to be with us, help us to have a good reading, and that the messages be clear and concise and for the highest good of all parties involved and everyone who watches this video. So mote it be. All right, let us dive in. We have this card for you, The Secret, the Unknown, Mysteries and Wonders. So looks like you're going to be tapping into the unknown this month, Sagittarius, diving into the secrets and experiencing the wonders. I like it. That sounds like it's kind of mysterious, isn't it? I like it. That sounds exciting. All right, then you've got this Divine Doors card, and that's a pretty card, and I'll show it to you. Here it looks. The Divine Doors Oracle is just these little bitty cards, and they show doorways and doors. This looks like a fun path, a secret path. Begin here. Do not fear what travel brings, my dear. The moment is yours. Begin now, here. Okay, so it looks like you're going to have some new beginnings, some mysterious secret paths that you're going to be doing, and the past line of cards that we've got here looks like you've been having some love and some partnership happening, Sagittarius. This sounds wonderful. So this is the card of true love, true partnership, and healing. It can be romantic love, but it could also be actual partnership, maybe in business or just in general, perhaps a really good friend who's your ride or die. This is a card that describes that, and this is it's a lovely card. I love it. Okay, so we're talking about your past energy. So that could be anytime within the last 6 weeks, but for some of you, it might be happening right now. So your second card in your past column is the Ace of Cups. Looks like love is overflowing for you. Your cup overfloweth. So this is a card of messages of love or you feeling that loving energy. Now, keep in mind, it doesn't have to be romantic love. Perhaps you just have a really great family life and things are really going well for you. Or maybe you're just really enjoying your job. I mean, it could be anything that you are feeling love and excitement about, right? All right, and then your third card of the recent past is the Queen of Pentacles. This is a card of manifestation. The Queen of Pentacles is very grounded in reality. Look at all the stuff she has. She's got plenty of food, rich robes. She seems to be seated on some sort of throne. Like, she is not wanting for anything. So you have the resources that you need, Sagittarius. Do not worry about that. You have your resources. They are here for you. And if you're not experiencing that quite yet, you will. All right. Then in your present energy, we have the Four of Pentacles. Now this came out upright. I read upright cards as balanced, not so-called bad. I don't really read tarot as good or bad. It is what it is, right? Okay, so Four of Pentacles is a card of balance. It is a card of building a strong foundation in your resources. We see this person, he's got 1 foot on these gold coins or discs, whatever those are. Those are pentacles, and he's holding one, and then got one as a crown. So this is the time for you to really build a good foundation in your resources. What are your resources? That can be your money, could be your job, could also be your health, could be your relationships, could be managing your time better or managing your energy better. All those things that support us are resources. So how are you doing that? Are you, do you have a savings account or some kind of retirement plan? Are you spending time with the people that you love? That's how we build foundations for relationships. Are you taking care of your body? Are you exercising? Are you eating healthy? Are you doing the things that build the foundation? Remember, a foundation is what's at the very base of something. So if we think foundation, we think building. So at the bottom of the building is what they put in to support the building. And if the foundation isn't right, then everything that sits on top of it is going to be all wonky. Perhaps it's going to lean, or perhaps it's going to fall down, or maybe it's going to flood. If we don't build the foundation properly, then nothing that we build from that point on is going to be very stable. We want a foundation to be stable. That's why Four of Pentacles, Pentacles is an earth. It has to do with the earth being solidly grounded. How are you solidly grounding yourself this month, Sagittarius? Now, when you're able to do that, looks like another energy that's coming to you is the energy of collaboration and partnership. You've got Three of Pentacles. You already had the card of true partnership, really being in sync with another person. But the Three of Pentacles, what we see here is three different people. They each have different skills. One is a builder, one is a banker. That king in the background, he got the money. All right. And then we've got the architect, the person with the scroll. It takes all three of them to build a building. The banker is not going to be chipping the stone. The architect is not going to be handing out the money. The builder is, not going to be drawing the plans. They each have their area of expertise. So this month in July, Sagittarius, what's your area of expertise? Are you making sure that you're doing your job, or are you trying to do everybody else's jobs? Please don't micromanage. That never works. Doesn't work for anybody, and it's certainly not healthy for you. All right, now, then we've got, coming towards you, the Ace of Swords. I love the Ace of Swords because the Ace of Swords is to me, this is always Excalibur, and Excalibur was about the sword of truth, right? And getting to the heart of the matter. This is clarity. Swords in tarot are about our mental processes and the way that we communicate. And the Ace of Swords, to me, always is how is our mind working, and do we have clarity of mind so that we can think clearly and really discern the truth of something, whatever that truth is. And remember, truth is subjective, so truth is going to be different for different people. We all live our own truth, right? So this month, you're going to get some clarity on that, and you're really going to be able to enrich those partnerships and build those foundations for your resources. What other energy is coming towards you? Your first one that you have is the Princess of Pentacles. Sagittarius, you have quite a few pentacles in your reading. This is actually good. So it looks like you're going to be really focusing on the material this month. You're going to be focusing on building career, building your legacy, building your retirement, working on your relationships, working on your health. The Princess of Pentacles is, the princess and the page are the same. So this is a messenger of the resources, right? So you're going to get a message of some kind about resources. You may get some communication about your money or your job. It might be that you get a message that, hey, you got that job that you interviewed for. That could be really, really awesome. So you've got this energy coming towards you of something regarding your resources. Be on the lookout for that. Okay, and then your next card in the energy coming towards you is the Wheel. Now, the Wheel is a card of, it's the Wheel of Fortune, actually. And the Wheel of Fortune is the card of you're in the right place at the right time. You're where you need to be. You are learning lessons. You're putting into action all of the different tools that you have. And okay, whenever this card comes out, I always say, go buy a lottery ticket if you can do that where you live. If you've been waiting to do something because you haven't felt it's the right time, now is the right time. So pay attention to this card because this is a great card to have. Now is the time. But remember, the Wheel of Fortune comes halfway through the tarot. So you're halfway there. You haven't reached the end. That's the World card. You still have some lessons to learn, so don't get cocky. Just keep on keeping on. Okay. Which is what the Nine of Wands is all about. Your next card in the energy that's coming towards you is the Nine of Wands. Man, that dude's got some muscles. All right, so Wands is fire energy. It is the energy of action. Is the energy of passion and drive. We see this warrior, and he is standing in front of eight wands, and he has the ninth in his hand. He is defending. He is taking action to defend what he believes in, what he desires, what he is going after, right? look, he's like put those wands in a line. So this is a card of setting boundaries. Are you doing that, Sagittarius? Are you able to set boundaries and say, hey, this is what I want and this is what I'm going to accept and no less? This is the action steps I need to take to do this thing. Am I actually taking the action? Or do I just think about it a lot? Good question to ask yourself this month. All right, now in your challenge row, you have 5 of Pentacles. So 5 of Pentacles, this is the card of, often I say this is the card of asking for help. It is the card of, are we able to see the blessings that we have versus the blessing, versus what we don't have. So what we see here is we see a couple of people, they appear to be freezing or they're in the snow or the rain or whatever. And they're right outside a temple. So it looks like it's snowing. And they're not turning and going into the temple and knocking on the door and saying, hey, can you help us? Can you help? We're freezing. We're hungry. They don't ask for help. They don't see the blessing. All right. So, and when I talk about asking for help, it's not just asking for help from the people around us. It's asking for help from the divine. Are you checking into that? Are you making use of that? That's going to be your challenge this month. Second challenge this month is the Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups can be an energy of a lot of emotion. This is a lot of internal emotion. Remember, she's feminine, so this is an internal expression. Cups is all about our emotions, our emotional experiences, how we feel about things. So this queen, she feels things very, very deeply. She's always heart-led. Your challenge this month is, are you going to be heart-led? What is your heart telling you that you need to do? Or are you just letting your mind go, my mind says I need to do this thing. Everybody told me this is the thing I need to do. Check in and see, does that line up with what your heart says too? Okay, and then your final challenge is to give it a rest. 4 of Swords, air energy, the energy of mental processes and communication. In the 4 of Swords, we see a knight who has laid down his sword to the side. He's literally taking a rest. Now, because it's swords, this is a mental rest. All right, this means if you've got something that you have been going round and round and round in your brain about, now's the time to put a stop to that. Just give it a rest. Leave it alone for a while. Take a break from it. Stop thinking about it and go on to something else for a while. You will find that if you do that, suddenly, bing, the answer will appear to you, and without all that work and worry. So those are your 3 challenges for the month, Sagittarius. Now to the 3 blessings. Your first blessing, Princess of Swords. Now this is also Page of Swords. So this is clarity. So you mean when we quit worrying, we get clarity? Yep, that's exactly what happens. When we quit worrying, we get clarity. We get a message of truth. We get a message, a communication of what should I do next? What is the direction that I should go in? And your second blessing, this card is not going to look like a blessing, but it is. It's the 10 of Swords. Now, we look at this card and go, good Lord, how can that be a blessing? Well, 10 is the end of the suit. And Swords is all about, thinking and communication. So obviously, we've come to an end right here. Now, if you were worrying like before, this is an end to worry. Woohoo, that's a blessing. Take it. Make sure that you're acting upon it. Please do not continue to worry. When you worry, you are either living in the future and worrying about something that has not come to pass, or you're living in the past and you're worrying about something that you can do nothing about. You are not in the present. In the present, we do not have worry. We don't have fear. There's only love in the present. So, your blessing is be present. All right, and finally, you have the Star. So the Star is a card of blessing, definitely. It's the card of faith and hope. So it is a card of, also it's the card of not fantasy, but really allowing yourself to dream big dreams, maybe in what you might think are a fantastical way, but that is a way that could come to pass if you continue to have faith and hope. It is a beautiful card. It is a card of heavenly blessing. So, I love it that came out for you in the blessing row. Now, your energy underneath the entire reading, this was the card on the bottom of the deck, is the Princess of Wands, also known as the Page of Wands. Remember that Wands is fire energy, and Wands is about action. It is about desire. What do I want? Okay, so and pages and princesses are messengers. So this is a message of what do I want? Getting to know what you want, how you want to go about it. It's also a connection to spirit. So you may be getting a message from spirit this month as well. But this is the energy that's underlying the entire reading. So what that means is this month for you, Sagittarius, is going to be a month of really figuring out what is it that I desire? How do I go about that? I've learned some lessons. I'm feeling these feelings. I'm doing all this worrying about stuff. And what I need to do is figure out, what do I want? Where do I go? How do I get it? Okay. All right. I've got one more card for you. This is from the Love Your Inner Goddess Oracle deck. One of my faves. I love the artwork. It's so vibrant. And your card that I pulled is Finch Spirit Guide. Finches are those little birds you see on the card. It's a good time to experiment with how to best care for your mind, body, and soul. It's not about being perfect. It's about finding what works best for you. You are in a phase of your life where giving back to yourself is important. Perhaps you have been sharing a lot of yourself with others, have come through a challenging time, or in the near future will be stepping up in a new way to share more creative energy and soul fire than ever before. All that you need to know now is that it is the right time to take extra special care of you. Okay, I think that's a really good message. Ties right into that take a rest, to that stop worrying, to figure out what you want. You can't do that until you take care of yourself. So I am going to stress that you definitely need to do that this month, Sagittarius. And thank you so much for sharing the reading today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll join me next month. Check out your moon and your rising signs to see a more fuller picture of what's going to happen to you for the month of July. And I'll see you next time. Many blessings. Bye-bye.